for what's rightfully mine to take it. If you think that I'm gonna quit, well then you've mistaken. This game brings pain, that's the price you pay. And I'll state I'm the greatest that has ever even dared to play it. Greatest lessons I taught by being heartbroken. Hungry tired so much your eyes are hard to open. My fears have taught me how to look into their eyes, rip off their mask and see the truth that's behind. I saw that they are nothing but a guide I should follow to achieve all the things on my mind. The reason that I've lived in a lie that it's a red light is cause I was afraid to try. I'm a champion, I've got the plan in my hands, watch what I'll become. Whoever tells me to surrender, I will raise them up. There's nobody that can stop me, I'm a champion. I'm a champion, I've got the plan in my hands, watch what I'll become. Whoever tells me to surrender, I will raise them up. There's nobody that can stop me, I'm a champion. I've got the strength of a mind you have not seen. I've spent years dedicated, it must be the passion in me that doesn't let me sleep. I want to be the best, I'm headed for the peak. Restless, that's just the principal law. Destiny was calling, so I answered the call. I was chosen for greatness, to rise and to fall, and to never end the cycle, to be greater than all. Be aware, go prepare, cause I'm coming to take the world like a storm taking over the summit. As the lightning strikes the ground, watch me as I summon. I'm coming for the throne now, there's no discussion. Push me off a cliff and witness me flying back. Throw me to the wolves and I'm leading the pack. I'm unstoppable, it's highly improbable that I'm going out of a battle without the red flag on my back.
Okay, so welcome to part two. I'm just going to reshare my screen here again. Welcome to part two of how to build to 100K plus consistent months for online coaches and agency owners. Guys, Jason Grossman here. I know you know who I am. Now, if you're listening to this and I just said it's part two and you missed part one, not a problem. You can still watch this without part one and I'll put you in the right direction for part one after. So we do have the live stream on the Facebook as well. If you're watching on the Zoom, comment in the chat box, say hi, introduce yourself and where in the world you are. So I'm Jason Grossman, business coach, Gold Coast, Australia. And if you're on the Facebook Live, there's a bunch of people on the Facebook Live. Say hi. Again, introduce yourself, where in the world you are, what kind of business you have. That'd be awesome. On the Zoom, we've got Cherry. Hey, Cherry, one of our angels. You got Emmett in Mexico. It's going to open this one up as well. Todd, brother, good to see you here. Denver, Colorado. Julie, California. Commercial roofing business coaching. Say that 5 times fast. Wayne Donnelly, good to see you here, brother. Proud of you for stepping up. Men's mindset coach, Sunshine Coast, Queensland, not far from where I'm, a couple hours really. Champs only, Emmett's, Wayne, cool. Who else we got on Facebook? Lisa Morganti, Michael Barnes. Haven't been probably see this here. Cool. Alrighty, cool. So we're going to dive straight in. We've got Aaron Dodd, welcome, brother. We've got Luke in here, Luke in the house. And so, guys, so as you may or may not be aware, last weekend I was meant to do a free 3-hour workshop on 6 parts to be able to launch and build your online coaching business to 100K months. I know, it's not just about the money. The money is the measuring stick, though. If we're in business and can't talk about money, that's a problem. And we should probably talk about that, right? That goes hand in hand. As Tony Robbins says, our net worth or income is a direct reflection of our contribution to society. So I missed that workshop, so I'm doing this in 3 bite-sized pieces for less than an hour. Last week, we talked about how to forge a 7-figure mindset. Last week, and know your numbers. So we worked out the numbers to reverse engineer your business and create a business by design. Today, part 2, we talk about the 2 juiciest, maybe sexiest parts that I think a lot of us are excited by, which is forming 7-figure sales systems or SOPs, number 1. Number 2, 7-figure marketing strategies. So now the cool thing about today is I'm not just going to talk about SOPs and strategy. I'm going to talk about 2 more important components because there's 3 parts. If we look at sales and we look at marketing, there is your psychology around sales and marketing. There is the psychology of your prospect around sales and marketing. And then there's the SOPs and strategies. We're actually going to cover all 3. Now, there's a bunch of you guys that are in the business coaching program, one-on-one group. Some of this will be revision. And I'm going to share with you a bit of a checklist. So what I'm going to share with you guys today is a checklist of the sales SOPs you need to build to 7 figures and a checklist of the marketing SOPs I believe you need to build to 7 figures as well. So I'm kind of going to give you the recipe, more of the what. The how-to will be focused more on the psychology. Who would like to have a better understanding, not only your own psychology, but the psychology of your prospect for the purpose of sales marketing? You say, do you like that? Cool, awesome. And then, by the way, if you know somebody that can benefit from this training, feel free to share it as well. So I only have 2 slides today, one juicy on sales, one juicy on marketing, but then also we have a very special guest speaker joining us today, another 7-figure coach, one of our international business coaches, Terry Vincent, will be joining us today, and she'll be sharing some truth bombs, some gold nuggets with you guys as well. So you're not just going to have to listen to my intense voice for an hour. She's going to come on for about 10 or 15 minutes and talk about marketing. Who else we got in here? Emmett in Cancun, welcome on the Facebook Live, doing well as well. Michael Barnes, life coach. Max, brother, UK, book appointments for service business, love it. Christopher, welcome. Anita, Paul, it doesn't matter, can't get on Zoom, brother, just watch here, not a problem. Yep, awesome. Cool. So we're just going to dive straight in. Okay, so first of all, there's probably those of you who's in the business coaching program. We have a group program and a one-on-one program. So as you may or may not be aware, we have a one-on-one business coaching program. I work with people to get to 100,000 plus months. Terry is going to start that soon as well as a 7-figure coach. Plus, we have a program to show how to launch and build to 20,000 months. And we have a one-on-one program for that and a group program. So who is a group or one-on-one business coaching program? Show of hands. I just want to see who's on here. Yeah, awesome, cool. And on the Facebook. And obviously, as you know, we provide affordable, highly trained virtual assistants, appointment setters, social media managers, video editors. Who's hiring a VA or VA for us? By show of hands so I can get an idea. Okay, and yeah, awesome. And who's attending? Who's seen or attending one of my events for the first time ever? You're in for a treat. I know I can be a little intense and passionate. 2 reasons I talk so fast. 1, I love this stuff. I live and breathe it. I've been doing this for over a decade. I built 4 of my own businesses to 100K months. We're not we cracked double 6-figure months, soon triple 6-figure months, right? So I'm going to share with you how I've been able to do that 4 times personally. How did we crack to the $250,000 months nearly? I'm going to share with you. That's what these 3 parts are about, right? So it's something I've done personally, and I have been business coaching. I've coached over 2,000 coaches one-on-one. I don't know about the group programs over the last 13 years. So I've been doing this for 13 years, full-time for a decade. And for those who know me, I've had a bit of sex. I'm on the Freudian slips already. I've had a bit of sex. Well, I'm almost 44, so hopefully I've had a bit of sex, right? I do like to have fun, but there's time to have fun. There's time to get serious. And I'm telling you now, you guys are about to learn. You're all going to have some kind of mental or psychological breakthrough in this session, guaranteed, hands down. Icons on. I just finished at the gym, 2 scoops of pre-workout, did an hour at the gym and had a double shot coffee, so you guys are in for a treat. And it's 8:08 a.m. for those numerologists, 8:08 a.m. Let's begin and dive in, okay? So I think that's everything. Cool. If you're not a coaching client, I may or may not have an offer at the end of this, depending how I'm feeling. It's happening on the Facebook Live, a couple of guys on there. And if you have questions, guys, comment in the Zoom chat. Happy to answer them live. Comment in the Facebook. I can multitask, ladies. See, some men can. I've got the Facebook Live going on here. So if I'm looking down, I'm not ignoring you. I like to interact on both. If you are watching live on the Facebook, comment live, watching replay, comment replay as well. And I know you guys want the strategy. Who wants strategy today? Who wants to get better at sales and marketing, have more strategy? Who would like to have a more primed psychology for sales and marketing? And who would like to have a better understanding of your prospect psychology around sales and marketing? Would you guys like that? I don't know if Julie's laughing at me or somebody else. Yeah, all right. I can see you guys as well. Terry Vincent in the house, glad you could join us. Julie does all of them, yeah. So there's 3 parts. It's a 3-pronged approach. 2 slides. I'm going to dive in and start with sales. Okay. So last week, these are the slides from last week, part 1, reverse engineering your business and forging a 7-figure mindset, because this was originally a 3-hour workshop. If you missed last week, it's on my YouTube. Go to Jason Grossman. I'm going to hit 1,000 videos today on my YouTube. There's a lot of content on it, and you can find part 1 from last week. So let's begin with sales, okay? So in order to build a 7-figure business, we spoke last week, you need to forge a 7-figure mindset. If you don't believe it's possible, if you don't desire it, if you don't forge a 7-figure mindset, raise your unconscious money blueprint, you're never going to create 7 figures, period. You're just not, okay? Second thing we spoke about is that most people just start a business. They don't reverse engineer a business and create it by design and determine your weekly KPIs and targets. That's what we did last week, okay? Additional to that, once we've forged the 7-figure mindset, once we know our numbers, before we launch, there's a few things that we need to do. Now, a huge mistake people make is they just kind of start a business they don't do a proper launch, and they don't reverse engineer that. But I believe that the three biggest mistakes that online coaches make in the beginning is, one, they don't decide, they don't force the money mindset. Number two is they don't reverse engineer the business. They just kind of start, they don't have a proper plan. And number three is this slide. Before you even launch or relaunch, what we need to have is we need to have three things in place. I've worked with thousands of business owners and never ever seen a single business owner making less than 100K a month that does all three refined. Not one, period. And so for a lot of you today that have an established business, maybe you're doing 5, 10, 20, 30,000 a month, something like that, then I guarantee you're going to have a lot of this stuff, but you've got holes in your business. So who by show of hands has already got, 5, 10, 20,000 a month, or you've got a bit of a business coming through, enough to cover your bills? Who's already at that point? Yeah, so you've got holes in your business, and that's stopping you from growing. Internal psychology, external strategy, SOPs. By the way, if you're not sure, SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedure, if it is the first time hearing that term. Okay, so there's three things that you need to have, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about on the strategy for this. Before you launch, bit of an open loop for you NLPers, okay? For those who are just jumping on, like I mentioned, we're going to talk about 7-figure sales SOPs and 7-figure marketing SOPs, and I'm going to give you a checklist for the SOPs you need, more of the what rather than the how. I'll give you some resources for how after. My primary focus for both of these, because a lot of you guys in the coaching program, this will be revision. So what I want to do, especially for you guys, so everybody gets new content, is I want to spend a little bit of time on understanding your psychology around sales and marketing, and more importantly, the psychology of other people. So we're going to focus on that more. So we're going to start with your psychology, go to your prospect psychology, and then we're going to talk strategy. And we're going to do that on both slides, okay? As we dive in, my philosophy around sales is authentic sales. We're not car salesmen. When we sell to a client, that's when it begins. They don't drive off with the car and we never see them again. Okay, so I believe in authentic sales. So gone are the days of sleight of hand, mirroring and matching. If you can't tell somebody what you're doing when you're on a sales call, I don't think we should be doing it. I believe in ethical, transparent, honest, genuine. That's my belief. So our philosophy with sales, and you can adopt it or not, it's up to you. Baldwin, how you doing? Is authentic. Who agrees that we should be authentic in our sales? We should genuinely care about people. Yeah, would you agree? So the first thing I'm going to suggest is you need to understand your own psychology first, then the psychology of a prospect, and then the SOPs. So my quick question to all of you is, when I say that, and I'm going to ask you to interact, who would like to get better at sales? Would you like to get better at sales? Would you like to help more people? Yeah. And so my point here is that when I say the word sales, how do you think and feel? Share that in the Zoom or the Facebook chat. When you hear the word sales, what do you think and feel? Do you think greasy car salesperson? Do you feel excited? Because it's not about the strategy. I can give you the best high-ticket coaching sales script in the world. 92% conversion rate. Not even the guys in the States get a higher conversion rate than I do selling high ticket, period. And it's just from daily testing for over a decade. But it's not the strategy, Todd. It's not the sales script. It's like if you're a personal trainer. I think there's some PTs on here. If you're a personal trainer, if I give you a world-class meal plan and a world-class fitness program, does it guarantee your results? It does not, right? It's how you think and feel about it. So the first thing you've got to understand about sales is how you think and feel about the word. Emmett says hunter. Wayne, making a positive difference. Like a spider. Sales equals pressure. Interesting. Elizabeth Service. Mary sold to. Here's the thing. If you can't be sold to, how are you going to sell? Helping people. Old one. Nice. Service and over delivery. I like it. What's happening on Facebook? Terry on Facebook. Kiara, excitement. I can sell anything if I know it's an awesome deal. 100%. I personally don't sell something if I don't believe it's going to change your life. Period. Whether it's an ebook, whether it's even this training, for those that make a decision and apply, will change your business and life, period. I know that because that's the way I designed it, right? But I can't make you do anything. I can give you the meal plan, I can give you the fitness plan, I can give you the sales script, but I can't make you think positively, feel good about it, and then go and do the work. Because that's what success is when you align the inner game of thoughts and feelings, the law of attraction, with the outer game of behavior, which is the law of action. Law of attraction is not more important than law of action. Law of action is not more important than law of attraction. They work harmoniously together. One cannot exist without the other in success. Success being the achievement of a goal, right? So here's the thing. So if you feel good about sales, like for me, I love sales because in my mind, it's not selling. Because when I hear the word selling, it makes me think of getting. And what do we have more control over in life? What we can get and what we give. Cannot control what we get. So when I started training Ray, now Ray is a top growth consultant. Ray signed, I'm very transparent. Ray signed 15 clients in our business last week. 15 clients 1 week. We signed 17 clients last week in our business and added double six figures in 1 week to our consistent income. 1 week. Okay. First thing I taught Ray is I said, Ray, I don't want you to get on a call and think about getting a yes, getting a client, or getting a sale. If you're thinking about getting a yes, getting a client, getting a sale, you can't control that. I want you to love, serve, and give. So the key is to give. The same with appointment setting. I tell my appointment setters, I don't want you to think about getting an appointment or getting a yes or getting a booking. They look at me confused. It doesn't matter if you get a booking or not. You serve, you help, you love. That's what we do. We can control that. That's what we focus on. We focus on the activity. Now, if you feel good about sales and so if you think positively about sales and you feel excited about sales, great, you're already in the right place. But this is for those of you that would consider yourself high on the empath scale. We would consider yourself high on the empath scale where you feel a little, you have some reservations about sales. Who is that? Honestly, be honest. So a lot of times, Felicia, Larry, brother, miss you. How you doing, Muriel? A lot of times, people come to me that are in this, I work with a lot of people in the spiritual realm, and they work with energy and healing or quantum healing or therapy or whatever it might be. And a lot of them are high in the empath scale. They're great at their gift and their medicine and the coaching and the therapy, but they're not that great at sales and marketing. And a part of that is because they feel like they're trying to get something from people. And so here is the reframe for you guys that are empaths. Let me ask you a question. You're all coaches, consultants, agency owners, and therapists, right? All of you. Who here wants to help more people? Honestly, who wants to help more people, impact more lives, change more lives? By show of hands. Yeah, Elizabeth, empath, this would be for you. Yeah. Yeah, Julie, 100%, I can see that. So here is the deal. Elizabeth, if you get on a call to talk to someone about your services, if you don't sign them up, if they don't become a client, can you transform their life? You can't help them. You can't help them. And that's the thing is, so when I get on a call with somebody, and we're talking about one-on-one coaching or group coaching or therapy or healing, we're talking about that, coaching, consulting, therapy, healing. The only way you can change that person's life, if you genuinely care about them, you would do everything in your power to align your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, how you think about sales, how you feel about sales, and your sales process, your SOPs. These are the three parts we're talking about today. You're doing that person an injustice. If you are thinking positive about getting a client, but you're focused on what you can't control, and you're feeling nervous or uncertain or like you're trying to get something, you project that through your body language and your tone on people. And that's because you're thinking about yourself. So it's interesting because empaths don't realize they're actually being selfish by doing that because you push that person away and you can't help that person. Now, you can choose to believe that or not. Beliefs are not fact, right or wrong. They are the service or not. So I invite you to recognize how you think and feel about sales, okay? So that's a reframe. So for you empaths that the word sales doesn't resonate with you for whatever reason at the cellular level, stop using the word sales, okay? And use the word service. I'm going to serve this person. And the best way I can serve this person is to do everything in my power to help them become a paying client, a paying customer, so I can help them transform their life and live their dreams. Good reframe? Happy with that? Okay. It's rough sometimes, yeah. And it's good to be an empath. All the more reason empaths don't focus on getting a client, getting a yes, and that's where that comes from. If you just focus on serving and giving and loving, whether they sign up or not, it makes no difference to me if you show up to my appointment or not. It makes no difference to me if you sign up or not. It makes no difference to who's ever had this. You have a client sign up and 24 hours later, they change their mind. We actually have a clause in our terms and conditions. It's called we don't have I changed my mind refund. Yeah, get excited on the sales call. Here's something interesting about getting excited. Let me ask you a question. If you get excited about getting on a sales call, yes. But if you get really excited about getting a yes or getting a client or getting a sale, what's going to happen when you don't get one? You're going to get the antithesis. Is that the right word? Antithesis. You're going to get the opposite, right? So get excited about service and giving and passion. I call it the PI philosophy, passion, intensity, and energy. Yes, because in sales, the best way to lead somebody to action is to create urgency. And the best way to create urgency is to get somebody excited about the possibilities of solving the problems and getting what they want, bridging that gap. And what's the best way to get somebody else excited? Is to be excited yourself. Every time you get on a call, there's a possibility, an opportunity to transform a life. Don't get excited or frustrated about the result. Don't think and feel about the result. So in the beginning, Ray got really excited every time she got a yes. I'm like, I'm not saying don't celebrate. It's not about the yes. The yes is the beginning. Get excited about the call and the journey and the giving and the loving. But we don't get emotional about getting yeses and getting no's, people showing up or not. We dissociate emotionally from that, which we cannot control. Otherwise, we're always reacting to what's happening rather than creating. One is survival mechanism, one is thrival mechanism. Okay. Now, that was pretty intense. This is gold. Yeah, I'm just getting warmed up, baby. I'm just getting warmed up. And you got me at a good time. I love doing this time in the morning because I'm after being in the gym and having a coffee. And I'm fasting still. So let's talk about the psychology of your prospect, the psychology of your prospect. So the thing is that when I play poker, whether you like poker or whatever you think you feel about poker, it's a metaphor for learning, right? When you sit down and you look at your cards, that's first level thinking. These are my cards. Second level of thinking is like, I wonder what cards my opponent has. Third level of thinking is, I wonder what cards my opponent thinks I have. Fourth level of thinking, stay with me, is I wonder what cards my opponent thinks that I think that they have. And there's a fifth level called God level, which you're not ready for yet. And on peers who like that one. Okay. So most of you are getting on a sales call and you're in your head, but as Tony says, when you're in your head, you're dead. You need to get out of your head. It's not about the script and it's not about you. It's about the person. If you're an empath and you care, stop getting stuck in your head on the sales. The way you do that is you focus on and pay attention to the person. Now you need to understand the psychology of the person. And the way you do that is by asking questions. A sales call is all about asking questions. It should be, that's why it's called a discovery call. So in the sales call, it should just be questions. Questions, questions, questions. Which questions? Oh, well, I'm going to help you with those in a moment. Okay. So every individual is different, although people's minds genuinely flow in the right direction and you can direct their thoughts. So you need to understand the individual's model of the world, their limiting beliefs, their values, their emotional triggers, their fears, their doubts, their dreams, their problems, and you ask the right questions. And that's why coaches are normally great salespeople, and salespeople are normally great coaches. A teacher will tell you what to see, a coach will show you where to look, and they do that by asking questions. Do not coach until they're paying you. I'm not saying don't help them, but don't coach them. Don't give them strategy. Because if you do, they're just going to deflect that anyway. They're not all in and committed. They haven't made an all-in decision yet. So if you give them strategy and they don't apply it, that's going to be projected onto you and create resistance, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Any questions on your own psychology? So recognize your own thoughts and feelings about sales and also understand the psychology of the person. Get out of your own head and just focus purely on the person. Even if you have a script, what's more important, the script or the person? Always the person. Get out of your own head. Now, if you're struggling financially, you don't have to raise your hands. You know who you are. If you're getting on a sales call going, man, I need to eat this week, that's a bloody problem because that's going to create resistance and push people away. You need to be in flow state. And that's what I was saying about dissociating emotionally. You need to become emotionally intelligent and dissociate emotionally. Doesn't matter if people show up or not. They're going to have more people to talk to. It doesn't matter if people sign up or not. It doesn't matter if people quit or not. You focus on the people that show up. I do an event, 100 people register, 3 people show up. What do? I don't bitch and moan about 97 not showing up. I love and serve and give everything I can to 3 people showing up. Does that make sense? Yeah, awesome. Valid point, Mary. Have thoroughly enjoyed calls that didn't end in sale. Yeah, because here's the thing about sales. You're building a pipeline. You're building a pipeline of people. You're building a community of raving fans. And we're going to talk about this in marketing, is that if I launched a business again, like everyone wants, oh, you don't fit my avatar, you don't have enough money, I'm not going to get on a sales call. If I had a new business, I'd get on a call with everyone and anyone. My mom wants to get on a call, I'm on a call. Because I want to build my experience, I want to build my belief, I want to get in front of as many people as possible. quantity comes before quality, which we're going to talk about as well. Okay, and that's how most of us sell, through appointment. We're going to touch on appointment setting shortly as well. How are we going for time? All right. Okay, got to make time for Terry. I got you, Terry. Thanks for joining us. Remember, it's good. Okay, so there's a little bit, just a little bit, a taste of the basic psychology of sales. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you need, 4 things in particular, before you launch your business. And these are pretty simple. I'm going to move through this checklist pretty quickly. Most of you have it. But as I share this with you, a lot of you are going to be like, oh, I've heard this before. I've already got this. Jason's already said this or whatever. As I've said many times, have you ever read a book multiple times? You got something new from it every time. Yes. Have you ever watched a movie? Many times. And I've watched Infinity War about 50 times. I still get something new from it every time. The Marvel movie, right? Avengers. My favorite movie of all time, Infinity War. Good movie. Every time something new. Now, I want to invite you, some of you like Julie and some of you guys that have an established business, this part is about refinement. Okay, 4 things you need to refine. Number 1, your avatar and niche. Briefly, what's the difference between avatar and niche, guys? Your niche is your audience. Lisa, one of our coaches, one of our business coaches, her personal business, she works with 40 plus women that going through menopause for fat loss. That's her audience. That's the group of people she works with. Now, I'll say this about niche. How many people have heard the term niche down? Or if you're in America, niche down, we say niche. Right? Niching down is the biggest mistake you can make in a small business, because if you have a small business and you niche down, what do you do to the piece of your pie? You reduce the size of the piece of your pie. It makes no sense. These guys are already doing 10 million, 20 million. Of course, they're going to say niche down, because they're still going to have a big piece of the pie. They have a big following, a big community. They have the money. They can do the ads and all that. Niche up in the beginning, niche down later. Okay. And your avatar is, if you had one client paying you $1 million a year, who is that person? You create a caricature. It's an individual. Okay, so it might be Tom, who's 35, living in Melbourne. He's a business coach, making 100,000 a year, married to Mary, 2 kids, Bob and Sam. Imagine having, it'd be weird calling, imagine having a 3-year-old boy and you call him Bob. It would just be weird. Maybe in the 60s, I don't know. But your avatar is like when you create a caricature on a computer game. It's an individual. And this allows you then to work on the next 2 components. One is a ridiculous offer. A lot of people talk about an irresistible offer. Oh, Jason, I heard it a million times. When most people, when they're talking about an irresistible offer, they're talking about an offer that they sell on the back end of a funnel. So if you go through your Facebook newsfeed, Russell Brunson or somebody pops up, you download a free offer, or what they call a tripwire, you pay $8 or $7. Takes you to a one-time offer, an OTO, and there's an upsell or downsell, or whatever. These are what they're talking about irresistible offer. As coaches, consultants, agency owners, and therapists, when I'm talking about the offers, I'm talking about the pitch deck you show people when you get on a sales call. And if you're not yet using a visual aid to show people your offer, you're missing out on a lot of sales, because people don't do what you tell them to do. They do what they see you do. Seeing is believing. If you're telling people your offer, it's intangible. If you show them, it's tangible. And like I said, seeing is believing. So in that offer, I actually have 10 steps to creating what I call a ridiculous offer. You need to have a pitch deck that shows people the pricing, what they get, and all the rest of it. I'm not going to spend too much time on that now. Okay. For those that register for this, I'm going to send you my free coaches kit, and it's got my avatar worksheet. Everything I'm sharing with you now, there's templates and resources, everything in there for you to do it. Okay. For those in the business coaching program, this is revision. Good. Swim in the Jason Grossman Kool-Aid, as I say. Don't sip the Kool-Aid, drink this, swim in the Kool-Aid. Niche is someone like you, right? Oh, well, that's a good point. Your niche is not necessarily somebody like you. However, your avatar, the individual you attract, will probably be a reflection of you. If you're a 35-year-old mum with 2 kids, you're probably going to attract mums by default. But your niche avatar does not have to be you. 13 years ago, I'd been in the fitness industry for 10 years. I was the busiest personal trainer in Western Australia for many years. I was very successful. I had 3 of my own studios. I'd run group training. I ran 14 gyms at one time. So when I started business coaching in that industry, I had a lot of credibility because I'd already been, so there's a relatability. So typically, by default, you will be your. I do recommend, if you're male and you're launching a new business, don't make it for women, and vice versa. Because in the beginning, you're probably going to naturally resonate and relate with yourself, right? So it is something to take into consideration, but not a must. Awesome. So you need to know who your ideal audience and dream client is. Number one, specific. Number two is you've got to have your offer. Now, your ridiculous offer has a core offer, an upsell, and a downsell. Do you have three offers? It's not ridiculous. So your core offer might be group coaching, upsell one-on-one, downsell might be mastermind. Another training. You can, by the way, if you want to go deep down the rabbit hole, I've got trainings on all this stuff on my YouTube, Jason Grossman. Go to Jason Grossman YouTube and subscribe. Third thing you need to have is your messaging. So before you launch, you need to get clear on this is my audience specifically, this is my offer specifically, and this is the messaging I'm going to use to get that offer in front of my dream potential clients. Most people haven't refined these three things. Okay, so we need to refine these three things. For the messaging, I use three core message pillars. These are the three main areas or topics that you position yourself as an authority figure with credibility. And I talk about this a lot. I recently got this from Frank Kern. If you haven't heard of Frank Kern, I started following him about 17 years ago online. My first sales letter 17 years ago online was actually one of his templates. He's done a lot of work with Russell Brunson. He worked with Grant Cardone for a while. He's one of the most well-known legends in internet marketing online. He'd be in the top 10 ever, period, online. Check him out. I love his simplicity and his authentic approach. Is very, very, very good, especially with organic marketing, actually. So if you're a personal trainer, you have three core message pillars. It'll be fitness, nutrition, mindset. So if you're a personal trainer, every time I write a book, every time I do a webinar, every time I create content, every video I do, every blog post, I just ask myself, I'm going to talk about fitness, nutrition, and mindset. Okay, I'm going to talk about nutrition. Okay, let's talk about a subtopic. Okay, let's talk about intermittent fasting. Okay, now I have that. Okay, and this is why you work out your messaging so you can clarify. It's a decision-making strategy to create content. And now you can go, well, okay, intermittent fasting. Now I need to help people solve a problem with intermittent fasting or get what they want. Okay, so I'm going to help people solve a problem. They're fat, lazy, and tired. That's a bit triggering. Fat, lazy, and tired. If you say that online, I'll probably get banned. Facebook doesn't like that stuff. I lost my ads account from something like that a while back. But it helps you with your messaging, okay? If you're a business coach, it might be sales, marketing, and SOPs. If you're a life coach, it could be mindset, health, and relationships. This is not so much about telling the world, hey, this is my three core message pillars. This is more about you being able to clarify your messaging and create content, whatever that content be, in a really succinct, quick, fast, effective way. And then, of course, always, everything you do is to help people solve a problem and get what they want. So just make sure you're always applying that. If I'm teaching you about intermittent fasting, but it's not helping you solve a problem, get what you want, it's going to be educational, but it's missing the entertaining part. So that's why the key is edutainment. Fourth thing you need, and I'm going to send you who would like my avatar worksheet, my personal pitch deck templates, my three core message pillar system, and my personal sales scripts. I've got my business coaching scripts, my life coaching scripts, and my fitness coaching scripts. Who would like those? Yeah, I'm going to send them all to you, okay? So the fourth thing is you need a script. Oh, Jace, I don't need a script. I don't want to sound like a robot. Oh, don't bloody talk like a robot. Oh, Jace, I don't want to use somebody else's scripts. It's not how I speak. Well, would you rather wing it and try to work it out for yourself, or would you rather use a proven, tested, duplicatable system that's been tested daily over a decade? So I'm going to give all of you access to so I had an online fitness business for a decade. I've had a business coaching business online for 13 years. I had a life coaching business for 17 years. I've had these businesses. My first seven-figure business, I cracked 100K months back in 2013, was a fitness business. We did fitness, nutrition, meal plans. I had online personal trainers, coaches, etc. Julie, it really made a huge difference having those pillars. Yeah, it's a decision-making strategy for you. It's clarity. You look at Grant Cardone, his three are money, sales, and real estate. Every time he does a book, it could be an entire book, it could be a webinar, it could be a blog post, is about money, real estate, sales. And this creates a clarity. If you're talking about 50 different things, then you're not positioning yourself as an authority figure in any way. Okay. Kiara, I had a lot of resistance to scripts, but I've been using them and can really see how it works. So the key with scripts is the script is not gospel, it's a guide. It's a guide to help you become better at your skill and craft at being able to direct people's thoughts, emotion, and lead them to action. And isn't that what a coach, consultant, agency owner, healer does? Yeah. So to improve your sales skill and ability is to improve your coaching ability. So I think I squeezed a lot of value in there. Pretty cool, hey? What's everyone's biggest takeaway from that slide as I move to the next slide? I've got to keep time for Terry. I'm on it, Terry. I'm on it. The sales slide's probably a bit longer. Isaac, welcome, brother. Nicholas, good to see you here. Niche is someone like you, never seen it. Valid point. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, let's talk about marketing. Okay, so you forged the seven-figure mindset, you reverse engineer your business, you know your numbers, and now you've primed your own mind and begin to understand psychology not of just yourself, but also of your avatar. You've got your sales script together, you've got your pitch deck together, you've got your avatar niche sorted, and 3 core message pillars. Now we launch. Now we launch. Now, just like sales, my personal philosophy is authentic sales. With marketing, my personal philosophy is attraction marketing. You almost never hear me, you'll almost never hear me diss a person or a brand or a company or what. We're focused on our mission and whoever wants to be a part of that. There is one thing though I don't like spam. Cold DMing, cold, we don't do anything cold. We generated 512 leads last week in our business and signed 17 new clients last week. 140 of those leads from ads, so that's what, 370 leads in 1 week organically. Who wants to know how to do that? So with this slide, it's exactly the same. With this slide, it's exactly the same. There's 3 parts. There is your psychology around marketing. There is the psychology of your prospect around marketing. And then there is the SOPs, which is the marketing strategies. Now, I could do a 3, 4, 5-day course on this slide. I have 1 slide, so I'm challenged to give you as much value here. My primary intention for these 2 slides is not so much giving you the list of SOPs that you need. It's more about helping you understand your own psychology and the psychology of prospect, and then painting a clear picture of, okay, this is the checklist of the SOPs I need. Okay, does that make sense, right? We keep a hot Alden, change lives with the program. Love that. Yes, awesome. Okay, so let's talk about marketing. So let's look at your psychology around marketing. So if I give you 2 marketing strategies, you love one and you don't really like the other one. Oh, it doesn't resonate with my values. Which one's going to work better for you? The one you love, right? Because the brain and the ego is going to prove itself right. And so this is the thing. Most of you are executing marketing strategies based on what you like or don't like or what resonates with you or your values. You know what? Your prospect doesn't give a shit about any of that. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about that, right? The problem in marketing is a lot of us, like for example, when I write a headline, right? When I write choose a headline to name my webinar, it doesn't matter what I want to call it. It matters what's going to be received and resonate with the audience. So in marketing, it's not about using your language that resonates with you and align with your values and all that stuff. Now, I'm not saying do anything unethical or against your values. I'm just saying that most of you at first level, when you're on a sales call, oh, what just happened? Okay, so what happened here? When you're on a sales call, you're in your own head thinking about you. Oh, I need to get a client, I need to pay the bill, I need me. No, that's selfish. Same with marketing. Stop writing copy and doing videos and content based on what you like. I had somebody a while back, I'm like, what's the name of your coaching? They go, it's Phoenix Rising Coaching. I'm like, that's great. That doesn't mean shit to anybody. Oh, you program that, but that's not going to mean anything to anybody, right? So forget about what you want, what you like, what resonates with you, number one, and get out of your own way to understand the psychology of your audience. And second of all, is you're marketing to people that most of you are trying to market to people that are ready to buy now. The truth is that you're not marketing to people that are ready to buy now. You're marketing to people so when they wake up and they look in the mirror and go, oh shit, when did that happen? Who do I know that can help me lose weight? Oh, I know this person. I'll reach out to this person, right? So you've got to understand that about marketing. For marketing, I believe the primary focus for marketing is lead generation. For me, a lead is a phone number and email, especially a phone number. So the purpose of marketing is to generate a lead and then book an appointment. However, post-COVID, it doesn't matter how many leads you get. Would you rather 100 leads, guys? I want you to hear this. Would you rather 100 leads? Give me 10 minutes, Terry. Give me 10 minutes. Would you rather 100 leads or 10 quality appointments in your schedule? Type in the chat. Would you rather 100 leads or 10 appointments quality in your schedule? Which would you rather?
I'd rather have 10 quality appointments.
Everyone's going to say 10 quality appointments. That just proves that appointment setting is more important than lead generation. Appointment setting has blown up since post-COVID, right? Problem is people are greasily, sleazily sliding in your inbox. Do you need an appointment setter? Do you need a VA? And it puts a bad taste. And I think that's why a lot of people resonate with our VA system. We don't do that. So I believe that the focus is appointment setting. I'm sorry, not the focus. The goal is, because that contradicts what I posted last night. The goal is appointment setting. So we tend to focus, we tend to put more energy into appointment setting than lead generation these days. Okay. So traction marketing is marketing to people in a way where they don't feel like they're being marketed to. So using links in posts, using marketing banners, editing banners to make them look like a business or a brand. Social media doesn't like it, and people doesn't like it. So here's my challenge to you this week, because we're doing the social media content creation challenge, is now I'll post the banner. Like when I do this webinar, I'll post the banner for the webinar when I announce it and our last chance. But in between, I'm actually marketing by adding value to people. People have three main questions online. One, can they trust you? Two, do you care? People don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. The third's the most important, is can you help them? The key to marketing effectively is to bloody help people more and more. I'm doing about 140 pieces of content right now. I want to help people. We do a lot of events. I want to help people. I want to see you all win. Whether Nicholas never pays me a cent ever again, or pays me $1 million or something in between, makes no difference to me. I want to see Nicholas win. I legit want that. And I believe most of you have that same philosophy, right? So in marketing, you've got to understand your own psychology. And the key to understand your own psychology in marketing is, again, recognize how you think and feel. So those in the coaching program, when I give you strategies, recognize how you think and feel. So when we get strategies, we think and feel a certain way about it. And we go, well, I don't like this one, or it doesn't resonate with me. It's not aligned with my values. Bullshit, who cares? Someone's going to help people. As long as it's ethical, legal, right? Warm, hot, not spam. And you've got to get out of your own way. So stop guessing in marketing and start split testing and testing. 3 steps to making marketing work every time. So here's the problem with marketing is, number one, I'll give you a strategy. So we have this idea for a strategy. Here's the strategy. We're going to do a referral campaign, right? Number one, and you'll think and feel about that. You'll project onto that. Number two, you'll go and execute said strategy. Now, 80% of the time, relationships don't work. 80% of the time, business don't work. What does that mean for marketing? 80% of marketing strategies you execute will not work, even if I give them to you in a powerful way in my coaching programs, because you're not doing the third step. And this is why people are failing in marketing, because what you do, I call it the lost keys philosophy. Who's ever lost your keys? How are we going for time? We're doing all right. I want to focus more on the psychology part here anyway. Who's ever lost your keys? Yeah. So what happens when you lose? Who has a home for your keys? Like in a bowl or a hook. Let's say you got a bowl next to the door, the entrance, and you go to leave, and they're not in the home. So what do? You go look in the bedroom, you go look in the drawer, you go look in a weird place like the freezer, you go look in the car. You run out of ideas. So what do? You go back to the bowl like it's going to magically reappear. It wasn't there before, unless your partner's playing a trick on you, which does happen. That's what people do in marketing. They execute a referral campaign, doesn't work. They execute a webinar, doesn't work. They execute an email campaign, doesn't work. They execute some ads, doesn't work. They execute a funnel, because they're not doing the third step and ask themselves, how do we make this work? And refine the strategy. You've got to refine the webinar. You've got to refine the sales funnel. You've got to refine the ad. You've got to refine it. Once you execute, you collect data, get out of your own bloody way. Right? I have this idea, I'm going to hire a VA. We execute, we'll hire a VA. It's not going to work until you refine the process, the SOPs, the script. It might not even be the right VA. The problem is you're giving up. If you lose your keys, do you just give up and go, well, I'm never leaving the house again? It's like, imagine if as parents, our children start walking about, what, a year old, give or take. And how many times do they fall down before we go, oh, you should give up, don't worry about walking ever again? You do it until. And so that's what you've got to adopt in marketing. If you want 7-figure marketing, it's not about the strategy, guys. It's about that third step. I can't tell you how many leads I've generated, money I've made from that philosophy. It's a psychology. This is why so many, and it's funny because people come to my program and they leave and go, my program doesn't work. That's bullshit. It's impossible to fail in my program. Because my program is we do whatever it takes for as long as it takes until the question we ask is, how do we make it work? And you're giving up too early. You're giving up on the ebook. You're giving up on the funnel. You're giving up on the VA. You're giving up on the coach. You're giving up, and then you blame that person. No, it's all bloody you. Yeah. If you succeed, it's because of you. If you fail, it's also because of you. Okay. So understand, I want you to really understand that concept of those three steps. You have the idea, you have the strategy. Let's say I give you a strategy. Number one, notice how you think and feel. And if you're projecting negativity and resistance, that's going to hold you back from achieving success with that strategy. Number two is you execute said strategy. Number three, 80% of the time, said strategy is not going to work. How do you make it work? Okay, you refine it, you collect the data and you you change the copy, you change the funnel, you change the process, you adjust the SOPs until, until. I cannot tell you how important and powerful that is. And that there is, yeah, generating more leads than ever before. Okay. Any questions so far? So real, train, didn't I have to show up? So three, number one, execute said strategy. Number two, number one is have the idea, you have the strategy. Number two is execute the strategy. Number three is refine it. There is a second part to this, and I call it hedging and stacking. Most people are executing an individual marketing strategy and one doesn't work. What do large companies do? Do they do one little strategy, or do they have a campaign, a multitude of strategies? They have a campaign with multitude. So imagine this, if I execute a campaign with 10 individual strategies all together in a campaign over a month, whatever it might be, and 9 don't work, and only 1 works, I have a 10% strike rate. I am still 100% successful. So you've got to understand, you've got to learn about marketing campaigns and stacking individual strategies upon. We have micro cycles in marketing, we have macro cycles, and we have what I've self-termed meta macro cycles. So I have campaigns within my strategies. Other way around. I have strategies for my campaigns with my campaigns. And I don't have time to teach you about that. It's something we're going to teach in our 7-figure program. Like fishing, yeah. That was intense, wasn't it? Is that good? Are you guys getting a bit out of this? Again, I want to make it more about your psychology. I'm making this training more relevant about your internal dialogue and your interaction with clients. There's a million trainings on YouTube right now with marketing checklists and sales checklists and all that, and I'm going to give you that. But a lot of people are not teaching what I just taught you. I don't know anyone in the world teaching exactly what I just taught you. I just don't know it. So now we got the psychology of you out of the way and the psychology of your, how do you learn the psychology of your potential client? You ask questions and you test. As a coach, it's the fluffy hammer. We're either slapping people in the face to pattern interrupt them, or we're hugging them to celebrate their, success. How do you know when to hug someone and when to slap them in the face, Emmett? Well, you just keep doing both and you work it out pretty quickly, right? How do you work out if your team are good at dodging buses? You throw them in front of a bus and you find out pretty quickly, right? I have 60 seconds to wrap this up and I'll pass it over. All right. Michael, Salil, Kiara, good. What's happening here? Gonna get those pre-workout scoops. I had two scoops of pre-workout this morning and a double shot coffee. Actually, it's been good. So, but I'll fast for 20 hours today, and I'll be at the gym twice today. So, yeah, Emmett has great energy, doesn't he? So let's talk about the SOPs in regards to marketing. There's 5 huge mistakes online business owners make. One of them is they don't do a proper launch. Honestly, who has not done a scream from the top of the mountaintops to everyone anywhere a proper launch for your business? Yeah, be honest. You need to do a proper launch. I'm going to personally send you my personal launch process. Most of my clients get around 5 clients from the launch process. Who would like that? Yeah, number 1. Number 2 is you've got to have your appointment setting and pre-qualifying SOPs, scripts, and processes in place. Okay, number 2, sorry. Number 3, marketing is about understanding you have 3 lists. You need to build all 3, you need to optimize all 3, build all 3, nurture all 3, and then turn them into leads and appointments. Okay. You need an email list. Well, you have an email list, you have a phone list, and you have a social media follow. Now, some of you will go, well, this is where you'll project. You've got to get out of your own way. Most of you, your business is at the mercy of what's going on in your personal life. If my mum died today, I would stop everything I'm doing and fly over and organize everything. And probably, I'm not going to say it socially. I'd probably have to pay for some stuff. I'm going to go there and do my duty and mourn and spend time with my family. But my business grows and goes on without me. you've got to understand that your business and you are not the same thing. And if the business is at the mercy of what's happening in your personal life, you don't have a real business, you have a job, and you're going to struggle. So there's 3 lists. You've got to get out of your own way. So build all 3 lists. And then there's 3 ways to generate leads. A lot of you heard me say this before, and you want to use all. So the key to marketing is to be objective. I don't go, well, I like Facebook, I don't like Instagram, I don't want to do a pod. I'm like, no, I want published books, I want podcasts, I want TikTok. In January, my guys like, you need to launch TikTok. I couldn't work out how to create an account, so I paid someone to run our TikTok. I want to be everything, everywhere. I want to be omnipresent. I'm not projecting my shit onto things of people, right? 3 ways to generate leads. Number 1, your Calendly. You want to have Calendly set up. Number 2, you need at least 5 free offers in the form of 2-step appointment setting funnels. Okay, so here's an example of one of mine. I have minus 60 seconds, Terry, almost there. Oh my goodness. So free offers like ebooks, kits, cheat sheets. You want to have at least 5 free offers in the form of funnels, okay, that are appointment setting funnels that help your avatar solve problems and get what they want. I have a free offer to help you solve any problem you have in your business or get what you want, any. That's what I build my offers around. Actually, this is a 77-page playbook. If you guys have not read this yet, this is the checkpoints in an actual written 77-page booklet on how to launch and build a 7 figures. So the philosophies I'm talking about in this are in this book. It's a really good book, by the way. I guess I'm probably biased. Okay. Where's my thing here? Okay, cool. And the third is my favorite is events. You need to have Calendly set up, at least 5 free offers and funnels, and always have a regular event. If you have those 3 things, you can generate a lot of leads. Boom, that's it. All right. I need to hand it over to our special guest. Yes, cool. We've got 10 minutes. So I'm very excited to welcome a very special guest. And so we've actually been a part of a similar circle for over a decade with this woman, but this amazing woman has been in the coaching space for longer than I have, in the business coaching space anyway, for 20 years, and specializes in working with business coaches build 7 figures. She's a 7-figure coach. She's fully NLP trained. She won the most prestigious award as a business coach you can win in Australia. She was part of the largest business coaching organization in the world with over 1,000 offices worldwide. And she's now an international business coach with our business coaching business. We're so blessed to have this amazing woman with us. She is firm, she's assertive, she won't take your shit, but she generally cares about you. She's loving, she's become like a sister to me. She's now indoctrinated into our quantum family. And we're going to bring this amazing woman on to share with you creating authentic marketing. She's going to be talking about authentic marketing and talking about some marketing components that you've never heard before and definitely not heard from me. So without further ado, we're going to grab Terry Vincent in the house. Are you there?
Hey, Jace. How you doing? Hey, everyone.
Now, do you need to share your screen?
Yeah,
or
I do. We're going to go through at speed of light.
Okay, so I'm going to make you host. So make sure you don't jump off before you give me host back because you'll kick us all off. So, okay, so you should be able to share your screen now.
Let's have a look. Yes. Awesome. All right. Well, hey, everyone. We're going to get straight into this. Let me just go bigger view. So thanks, Emmett. Appreciate you. I am really excited about this because this relates to exactly the master himself, Jason Grossman. And as I go through this as quickly as I am, and to make sure I'm aware of time, think of Jason, because this is, when I put this together, this is Jason to a T. So authentic authority is showing your influence in the market. So this is not about being someone that everyone needs to love, because that's not even possible. This is about being the someone for the one that you're looking for, the people that you're looking for, and being authentically you. Now, everyone knows with Jason, I'll leave this up for a second, because Jason, you see Jason with his buff body, and you see Jason with his Cuban cigar, and, you know, and you love Jason or you don't love him. And this is the thing, it's Jason is Jason. I think it's longer than 10 years, Jason. I think it's actually way longer than that we've been in the same circle. And all this time, I have known Jason to be authentically him. So I'm going to keep using him as an example because he is who he is. This is not about ego. This is about being authentically who you are. There is no seven-figure coach that can get to seven figures without being authentic and having that attraction. So following on from what Jason was saying around marketing, authentic authority is attraction marketing, because all the strategies that you can have in order to be and attract a market, you've got to be you, because people will do a business with people. So I'm not going to go into detail with these because we don't have time, but what is it? It's the expertise, which is your skills and knowledge. It's having integrity. It's having that ability to be able to stand up and say being trustworthy and honest. Authenticity is you are who you are. 98% of the thoughts in our head do not belong to us. They're thoughts that have been influenced from others. It's bringing out that too. It's searching and being that authentic 100% you, and not being influenced by others, being 100% who you are. It's being empathetic and being compassionate for others, but also being a stand. Like I get called the velvet sledgehammer. Jason calls it the fluffy hammer, which I love. The velvet sledgehammer is soft, but she'll smash you. But I still have compassion, I have empathy, but I don't put up with people's stories. This is bullshit. Let's just move on. But hey, I totally respect that's where you're at. Consistency. It's one of the biggest things that let people down when it comes to any level of a business, is not remaining consistent. Marketing is totally about consistency. If you're hot, cold, people aren't going to connect with you. They'll go off and find someone else they resonate with. Being humble, taking feedback, knowing that others know stuff that you can learn from them, and being relatable to your market. The biggest thing with this is, why be an authentic authority and not be just in the mix like others? And I spent 6 years, well, it was 5 years actually, the last year of my time with the coaching company was trying to be the owner of the coaching company, because I thought, he's successful, I needed to be him. I needed to be me. And when I worked that out was when I became their top coach in the world, their top female coach in the world. So this part of it is about the center of all that we're doing as an authority and around marketing is to build trust. Now, like I said with Jason, you would love him or not. People will look at him and go, oh my God, I love that he is so real. I love that, he just tells his story and he's so real, because your story is your biggest thing around authentic authority, is who you are and your origin story. And then some others would go, he's a tosser. I don't like him. He's not the type of guy I want to hang around. But guess what? They're saying the same about you. We want to build trust with our market. We want our people to trust us. And ultimately, starting from the credibility, the respect, center of trust, getting an involvement, being an influencer. You've heard of this in social media. You can get paid to be an influencer. Ultimately, we're looking to make an impact. And this is the key to everything that we do, is the impact that we can make. This is our legacy. And being an authority and being an authentic authority marketer is about creating that impact. So how to monetize this? We're going to run through this really super quick. Let me just put you guys out of the way. Jason's already been through this. You need to clarify your niche, or your niche if you're in the US. Canada, maybe. Clarify your niche, know who it is that you're talking to, and know that they want to listen to you. We've been through premium offerings. I agree with Jason. I don't know, and I've been part of many, many programs. I don't know anyone else who gets the conversion rate that Jason gets with premium offerings. So learn from him. He's the master when it comes to this. Increasing your visibility. Jason promotes 4 posts per day, including your videos. This is increasing your visibility. You want to be out in front of people. Those that don't like you, those that don't love you will jump off. Who cares? We're not for everyone. We're only for the one. Demonstrating your expertise is about showing what you know. And if you're fairly new, if you're working towards 7 figures, you'd have a bit of experience. But I know people that have got their coaches that have got there really quickly. And it's just because they can demonstrate their experience better than others and solve problems better than others. Leveraging social proof, testimonials, tell the stories of your clients. By the way, I'll share these slides, Jason, so everyone doesn't have to rush taking notes. Cultivate strategic partnerships, collaborate. This is why Jason and I work together. We collaborate together and I use my skills to help Jason and his market. So finding strategic partners that can help you is going to make life so much easier. Raise your prices. The better you get, the more people you're attracting, raise your prices. Not ridiculously out of the market, but raise them enough so people see your value. This is really one of the most important things. You can get to 7 figures a lot quicker, obviously when your prices are at a level that the right people will pay. Offer scalable products or services, digital, online, the things that you can offer that is going to add value. People will pay for what you also give away for free if it's connected to you. So you can have some services that you offer for free that when they pay for it, they get you connected to it. That's not scalable, but it is a way that you can have a win-win without having to create lots of things. Number 9, invest in your own development. I've forgotten how many hours Jason always says that he puts into his own personal learning and development every day. What's the saying, Jace? If you want to out-earn me, out-learn me. And it's
if you want to out-earn me, you got to out-learn me, and it's 2 to 5 hours every day. Yeah.
2 to 5 hours, that's right. So you've got to be constantly investing in your own development. And number 10 in this one is prioritize your client success. My clients know that I'm there for them 100%. I've got their back and I'll prioritize their success because my success does not come without theirs. And last but not least, we are not moving on. Nearly finished, Jess. Just quickly, here's some ways. We've already been through this. The marketing strategies that you need as an authentic authority is content marketing. Yes, there's Chat GPT, there's all these AIs that you can access to write posts and things like that. I use them too, but make sure it's got you in it. It's got to have your flavor. I actually remember, Emmett, you taught me an awesome lesson right in the beginning. You said it sounds like something out of Chat GPT when I replied to a message right in the beginning when you started. And that's the problem nowadays. A lot of people can see that. They can sense that something has come from something that is not you. Even though that was from me, I totally get that because that's what a lot of people are saying. This is content marketing. It's people are just using Chat GPT. It's not even them. Use it as a guide to what you already do. So don't use it as your way to post. Thought leadership, getting yourself out there, social media, we've already talked about. The more successful you are as a coach, the more referrals you'll get, and you can also have an affiliate program. Webinars, workshops, strategic networking just means getting out and networking in the right spaces. Personal branding to authentically show who you are. Be your own hero and be a hero to your market. To have your personal branding so it shows authentically who you are. Testimonials, case studies, we've been through that. Email marketing, Jason's been through that. And last but not least, I'm going to leave you with this. Your continuous learning and development is key for this. The best marketing in the world for you is you. And getting out there and showing your market that you are you and you're not for everyone, you're just for the one. So that is very rushed, Jace, sorry. I wanted to share the slides just so that you had something to look at. But that's a
awesome. Terry, thank you.
What I can share.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And that's on me because I went over time, not you. So I cut into your time. Maybe in the future we need a timer to keep me on time. I just get so wrapped up on what we're doing. But Terry, I want to say thank you. We are truly blessed to have you in our community. And for those who don't really know Terry, add her as a friend, connect with her, and check out her content. She's brilliant. Terry's been business coaching longer than I have, right? So that's the kind of caliber that we have. I feel for me, the main message I just got from that is the main reason that none of you are yet making 100K months is because you're not yet the person you need to be there. If you focus on being and doing and having and giving what a 7-figure person does or coach does, you'll attract it. You'll have that. When you become the sort of person that, as the saying goes, you know, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the person is ready, the money will appear, the success will appear. That's why people win lottery, and what happens within a couple of years? What is it? It's 70% or something go bankrupt in 5 years because they're not the sort of person that's ready to have that and to deal with that. So personal development and personal growth is something I am obsessed about. My challenge, I struggle to teach people quick enough because I literally spend 2 to 5 hours every day learning and growth every day. And that's additional to meditation, gym, yoga, all those things. I'm committed because we prioritize health, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. So Terry, thank you so much for that time. We'll have to organize the collaboration soon where we give you plenty of time to share your knowledge because you have so much to give to these guys. I know some of you guys like Wayne are working with Terry, and we've had a lot of positive feedback. Wayne, man, so proud of you. Wayne is just a different person now than 6 weeks ago. That's the speed and how transformation can work because success loves speed. Success loves speed, not that kind of speed, right? Slow is painful, fast is fun. I want to encourage you to move faster. So hire our BAs, become a part of our programs, network with Terry, network with each other, add each other's friends, and attend our events. As Grant, I got it from Grant Cardone, so I can't take credit for it. But you know, don't just drink my Kool-Aid, swim in it. Swim in Kool-Aid and become a student of our content and the way we do it because it's not ego, it's truth. Objective truth is often misconstrued as ego. The objective truth is that my business is making more in a week than most of yours is making in a year. We have what you want. And you know why that is? It's not because I'm awesome. You know the main reason? And this is why. It's because of Terry. It's because of Ray. It's because of Lisa. It's because of Noemi. It's because the hardest part about building a business is finding beautiful people that are loyal and trusting and kind. One thing. Second thing is finding people that are bloody good at what they do. But to find people like Terry that are both, Ray, both, Lisa, both, Noemi, both, that's the hardest part. And I've been blessed to build an amazing team of those because I've worked on my leadership, becoming a better human, more patient. Still got a lot of work to do on that part. But that's why you got to work on yourself to bring who has a big goal and big mission. And you need team, you need people, you need these things here to be able to help you. And you're trying to do it alone. It's not about independence, it's interdependence. So who enjoyed today? What's everyone's biggest takeaway? Was that good? We're a little over time, but that's normal for us. Terry, thank you so much for your time. We'll have to work out, organize something to give these guys more Terry time, MTT. We're going to call it more Terry time, MTT. Hashtag MTT. That's the hashtag for today. Guys, thank you so much, everyone that's attended today. There's going to be one more session next week. The 2 components. Number 1 is the financial and business SOPs. So budgeting, projections, forecasting, financial systems, financial freedom systems. And number 2, maybe the most important, is building a 7-figure team. Who wants to learn my personal strategies for building a 7-figure team? Yeah. Who would like to be able to attract the caliber of people like Terry into your business and have into your business? Yeah. But you cannot have Terry. Terry's mine. Terry's herself. And I love Terry's message there is Terry's like, don't emulate me. Well, maybe model me, but don't try to be me. You don't have to be, I'm just me. I didn't give a shit what people think about me, legitimately. Like Terry said, a lot of people are going to think what did you call me? No, not a douchebag.
A douchebag, yeah, a douchebag.
No, it wasn't douchebag, it was something else.
Yeah.
It was a wanker. No,
no,
who is this?
That's your word.
Who is this donkey? I really don't mind. I'm here to serve those who want to be a part of a mission. So those of you that are here, that means there is something here that you resonate with. And I just want to say thank you to all of you that have attended. Wayne, Emmett, Julie, Jonas, Mary, Terry, Aaron, Todd, Nicholas, brother, good to see you here. Alwyn, Luke, Glenn, Maynette, Elizabeth, Cherry, everyone on Facebook. For those that registered, I'm going to send you an email with all the avatar worksheets and pitch deck templates and everything. If you did not register and you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, send me a DM and I'll send you all the resources from today. And I'll see who's going to be on next week's one to learn how to build a 7-figure team and 7-figure SOPs, financial business. Have a great day. It's time for a team meeting. Terry, thank you again. Everyone else, much love. See you guys soon.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.